On the morning of February 28, 2026, a new chapter began for a group of young scholars gathered at Hekima University. These students, selected through the Tuendelee Foundation educational project, arrived with hope, determination, and the promise of opportunity. For many of them, this was more than just an orientation. It was the beginning of a journey that could transform not only their futures, but also the futures of their families and communities. Today's induction would introduce them to the values of the Tuendelee Foundation, prepare them for the responsibilities that come with being scholars, and equip them with tools to support their academic journey. But beyond the laptops and training sessions, this day was about something deeper. Building a community of learners, leaders, and change makers. The day began with a warm welcome from the Tuendelee Foundation team.
So you're going to learn a bit about Tuendelee, our mission, our vision, why we are here, what we do, and to make sure you feel a part of the team. Yeah. So why was Tuendelee set up in the very first place? It was because we know there is a percentage of Kenya that lives below the poverty line. Yeah. The people who are not as financially endowed as others. If this is the case, there are people who will not get a proper education. If this is the case, then we won't have the right manpower to build the nation. If this is the case, it means Kenya is not growing. Are you together? So the whole point is, where there is the gap because of financial challenges, we bridge the gap. We make sure people like all of you guys study, finish, get well trained, prepare to build the economy. That's why we're here. Now, we can't do that alone. There are other people that have to be there. Chacha talked about SMEs. You'll notice all of you are doing business finance related courses. That's our area of focus right now. Yeah. Then we extend it to the SMEs. Why? Because small businesses, usually when they start, they don't have everyone to do everything. Most of them don't keep proper books of accounts. If you don't know how you're performing, you won't know if you're making a profit. It's harder to grow. And then if you don't grow, you don't employ other people. So Kenya doesn't grow. So you guys, with what you learn, we are expecting that you can help businesses to grow and to be better so that Kenya becomes better. Can you see that connection? Is it making sense? There's a very big burden we are putting on your shoulder. We are expecting you to carry Kenya into a better future. Sawa. If there will be a question at any point, please stop me. Sawa. And ask the question. So what we do, we are, and we want to continue to be with your help is to be a trusted partner. For who? There's individuals, but there's also companies, corporations that want to make a difference, that want to contribute to education that makes a change. So all we do is together, by who we are, by what we do, make sure other people trust us and help us to make more people study and become better members of the society. Yeah? Through your education, through your career growth. And that's what we do. So this is important for you to know also, because don't just look at yourselves as students studying and receiving scholarship. You are ambassadors. You know people that we can work with to continue making this intention a reality. Sawa. So we are focused on 4 key sustainable development goals. One is quality education. Education is the base. Yeah? Then we talk of decent work and economic growth. Work for you. Work for who? You guys. But for the other people that we've talked about within the SMEs. Because imagine if you contribute to 3 businesses becoming bigger and better. Those are maybe 100 more people who will do better in the economy just because of what you do. Can you see the burden I'm placing on your shoulders and on your back? And for those who carry it on the head, That's what we do. We carry on their head. So it's a burden I'd like you all to carry. Third, we talk about reduced inequalities. Adano is from Marsabit. Yeah? There is something he does not have access to just because he's in Marsabit. Isn't it? How easy is it to get internet? You guys came here later than Adano. Adano, how many days has it taken you to travel? 3 days to be here. But we want to reduce inequalities for someone like Adano so that he too can have a good education, he too can be better, he too can make a difference. Yeah? Sawa. We look at both genders, we look at wherever you come from, your background, your religion's affiliation is not an issue. We welcome each and every one because we want to reduce inequalities to make education work. And lastly, partnership for development. It's very hard to succeed alone. There's a Swahili saying that says, kidole kimoja hakivunji chao. You still learn Swahili in school, sindio?
For the new scholars, this gathering marked their official entry into a network of support designed to help them succeed in their academic paths. The foundation emphasized that being a Tuendelee scholar is not only about receiving assistance, but it is about commitment, responsibility, and the willingness to grow. Each scholar is expected to uphold the values of integrity, discipline, and collaboration. Through this program, the foundation hopes to nurture individuals who will go on to make meaningful contributions to the society.
Being a Tuendelee scholarship means that I have the opportunity to join into the family of Tuendelee scholarship. I get to enjoy the resources and enjoy the mentorship programs and learn and grow and also contribute to my society.
Being a Tuendelee scholar does not only mean financial support, but also trust, growth, and responsibility. It also means belonging in the community.
Being a Tuendelee scholar to me means that it's a responsibility to work hard and succeed so that I give back to the community.
Tuendelee scholar really is really important to me, more than financial support. It's a hope, it's an opportunity to change my life, despite my financial constraints and my background.
Being a Tuendelee scholar not only means the financial support, but it also creates a sense of responsibility and a sense of being a role model to the community. It tells me that my dreams are valid and that someone believes in me and has decided to sponsor or has decided to invest in my future.
In today's academic world, technology plays a central role in learning. As part of the Tuendelee Foundation's commitment to supporting scholars, each participant would receive a laptop to aid in their studies. Before receiving the devices, the scholars attended a detailed training session led by the Foundation's technical assistant. The session focused on responsible use and proper maintenance of the laptops, ensuring that these valuable tools would serve them throughout their academic journey. Students learned practical ways to care for their devices, from safe handling to proper storage and routine maintenance. They were also introduced to the warranty coverage, which would protect the laptops for 1 year. Beyond the warranty, the scholars were informed about insurance policies designed to safeguard the devices in cases such as theft or accidents. These measures reflect the Foundation's commitment to ensuring that every scholar has reliable access to the tools they need to succeed.
Hello. So my name is Steven. My name is Steven Ocheng. First of all, clap. All of you, clap for yourselves. So I was talking to Gaha earlier, and I am so proud. Nikona goosebumps, by the way. I'm so proud that Tuendelee Foundation has really grown. The first computer they bought, it was one computer. It was a mini PC, a very small mini PC. And when I was going to talk to Gaha, and she was telling me about Tuendelee, and I was like, okay, we are buying more computers. And then I'm like, and then she's like, I just need one. Nikamwangalia kwanza. Nikamwambia, okay. And right now, tunaongelelea all of you getting laptops. Si ni baraka. Let's go. Nice. Tumeambiwa sana, we need to protect our computer, right? Now we are all Gen Zs here. Venye nawaona tu. Si ndio? Ama kuna mtu si Gen Z ni millennial hapa? Hakuna millennial. Si ndio? Mimi ni si wengine, not nyinyi. You guys are Gen Zs, right? And kusalimiana mnapenda sana. You know, ukisikia tu kidogo there is a demonstration pale nje KCA, sijua kuwekewa game, you rush there. Na mnaenda na laptop. Oh, insurance will not help you. Sawa. I've seen that. I've seen so many people go to riots na laptop. First thing first, you have to protect your property. You have to protect your, everything that I'll talk about, maintenance, whatnot, all those things. Protecting your computer is the first. Sawa. And I'll tell you something, right? Yenye imefanyika tu sahi. Now you see this guy using a laptop here. You're seeing him, sindio? He's using a laptop. Is that laptop, is he caring for that laptop? Sikuchomei daddy. But is he caring for that laptop? Why? Kuna maji, sindio? Karibu nayo. So, sema something happens and then he spill kwa hiyo laptop. What will happen? The laptop will fry, utasikia, the F word, and then anze kufanya hivi. And then all the footage tumekuwa tukitengeneza imepotea. Now Gaha will be furious. Tuendelee Foundation will not have footage for their, materials. You get me? Maintenance. You have to take care of your laptop. Sawa? Sijui na. Ama laptop unatumia kama sahani. I'll tell Gaha. Sawa? We have to be very, we have to be, I know, to go on the move, and we are students and we have to do ABCD and you have to work while eating. But at the same time, it's very important for you to kind of take care, just clean your laptop. Sawa? I look at your phone right now na niangalie, sijui unapata ka smog. Sijui kama unajua smog ni nini. Unajua smog ni nini? Smog ni nini? It's disgusting. Smog ni umeshika mapua, bado unaguza simu. Sijui mdomo, sijui nini. Like simu yako hata ukiweka juu ya meza, mtu hata aguzi. Sawa? Mtu can I use your phone? Zizi. Acha tu. Hata nimenotice ifai kupigia sahi. You have to clean your laptop. Sawa? And cleaning the laptop is very easy. You take just a small cloth. Sawa? Unaweka spirit. Sawa? Na kama hauna spirit, unaweza tafuta maji. Sawa? Yo maji unatoa kabisa, and then you wipe it pole pole, and then you take a tissue and then you wipe. That is the screen. Sawa? The keyboard you don't wipe na any wet cloth. Ni unaweza chukua hiyo maji, my wet cloth and your wet cloth inaweza kuwa ni something different. Unaweza finya tu mara moja, you start rubbing on the keyboard, on the keys. And if you rub on the keys na nguvu, there's a very high probability the keys will, zitatoka, na zikitoka then that's a problem. Sawa? Because with the new laptops that you guys are getting, the keys are butterfly keys. And the butterfly keys, when one breaks, you have to change the whole keyboard. And changing the whole keyboard is expensive. So you have to be very careful. Use your old toothbrush. Sawa? You see your old toothbrush, use it to kind of, rub it between the keys. Sawa? Okay? You turn the laptop, you carry the laptop hivi. Sawa? You turn it hivi. You just hold it. Sawa? Take the brush, wipe. Sawa? It's very important because machakula zikibaki hapo, they mess up the keyboard. And then you'll start telling me, S is not working. And unaambia pale storage capacity management. You don't bombard the laptop with a lot of nonsense. Umeka series and movies and files and nini, umejaza laptop inaonyesha red. You see that kaba? Si mshaiona? Mona your friends, your brothers. There's a local disk C and local disk D. D can be red. It won't affect your computer. Sawa? But this C is not supposed to be red. This one carries the applications. Any application you download, you get it here. It is stored here. Every critical logins, any critical applications, you'll find them here. Sawa? And for this one is for your movies and your files and whatnot. So when the disk when your disks, maybe your SSD fries, probability this one will get lost, but you won't lose your photos and your movies and whatnot. This one inakuanga mostly intact. Sawa? Although you guys are lucky you're getting an SSD, you don't find those problems, but at the same time you must maintain it. Ifai kuwa red hivi. Sawa? Ikikuwa red hivi, probability yake ya kupoteza files ama virus kuiattack inakuwa pia ni easy. Thank you. Now storage temperature limits. Now your computer breathes. Sijui kama mnajua computer inapumua kama venye wewe unapumua, inataka kutoa hiyo joto. Sawa? Now with my computer here, this is where it breathes. Sawa? Hapa ndio inatoa the heat. Now wewe as a Gen Z, as a very nice lady and a gentleman, you have a new laptop, umeenda kuiweka ndani ya blanketi, kujifunika, una watch whatever ama unafanya kazi. Please usitumie laptop kwa kitanda. Sawa? Because you're blocking where the heat come, where it removes the heat. Sawa? So you place it on top of your bed, kapilo kamelalia hii side, and then it overheats, and then the motherboard fries, and then you come to me. Ukikuja kwangu kama imefry, I will know, because naangalia tu heat, niangalie hii fan ilikuwa imekuwa stressed, na nikijua hivyo naandika email, sikulipi, unanunua ingine. Are you together? So when you are using, please put it on a flat surface. Sawa? Even if uko kwa kitanda, just take your chopping board, weka kwa kitanda, weka hapo. Sawa? Bora uoshe isikuwe na nyanya. Are you together? Sawa. Jukikuwa na nyanya nitaiona tu ukileta me for maintenance. All right? Another thing, ni try as much as possible usitumie, I don't know if some of you work. So there are some very ndasemaje, na watu wanapenda kujionyesha sana. So you go with your laptop to work, wewe unajua hapo hivyo maybe you are working inside maybe a freezer, because kuna wale wenye wanafanyanga kazi ndani kwa kama nice. Let's talk about now warranty. Hapa ndio tunachapanaga kidogo at the previous. So on safeguarding your laptop, number one, it's a laptop that really helps you take care of it. Sawa? Kama tu simu yako, the way you take care of your phone, take care of your laptop. Hivyo hivyo. Now, the warranty for the laptops that we are going to issue, 1 year warranty from the day of purchase. Sawa? Hizi ma laptop tutasema warranty zao zilianza jana. Kitaka uandike ndio ukaange ukijua. Sawa? But at the same time we are tracking, so no problem. For 1 year we give you warranty insurance, not warranty support for 1 year. What's excluded on warranty? I think this one comes in handy with the insurance. Sawa? Accidental damage. Klasi imeanza, umekimbia umechukua laptop, poop, imepasuka. Hiyo warranty cover. Sawa? Warranty doesn't cover that. Aya, so power damage tulisema ni umekuja umeweka laptop, umeweka KPLC wamefanya ile kitu, umekuwa na power surge, imechomeka. Tutasema tu pole, but hiyo we can't cover it. Because tunajua wewe ni mtu mwenye, we have given you this laptop, ununua UPS. Now, because you are a student, you don't have a UPS. You can buy a power surge protector. See? A cosmetic wear ni the normal wear ya kwanza. Na pia at the same time, umechukua laptop yako, umeenda umeweka skin. Unaona? Umeenda mkaweka skin. Sijui kama mnajua skin. Ni si wote ni Gen Z mnajua skin, si ndio? Umeenda umeweka ka wallpaper hapo kwa laptop inafanana na nyumba yako. Hiyo ukiniletea siwezi kukusaidia. Hiyo laptop yako venye mimi nimekupea hivyo ndio inafaa ikue hadi 1 year iisha. After 1 year unaweza weka skin yote unataka. Ukitaka kuweka WWE hapa, but ikiwa hivyo make sure that you don't put skin, you don't start changing the keyboard, start putting some papers there. Uonekane cool. That one haikui covered na warranty, okay? Sawa. Anytime you'll bring that laptop na nione umeka skin, I will not help. I'll just try to gaha and then I'll tell you msee wacha alipie. Sawa. It's a property of Tuendelee Foundation. The only skin I'll accept is the Tuendelee logo here. Sawa? Ama ukiwa na kapepa rap ka Tuendelee hiyo I can consider. Sawa. But usiekeka ka spider si mweke nini? Mweke BTS sijui nini. Sawa? Haya. Unauthorized repair. Laptop sijui na misbehave, umeona ina glitch, the first thing you do, you take it to another repair shop. Awacha niangalie tu faster and then I'll write an email to the team. The moment you open that laptop and then you bring it to me, warranty inaishia hapo. Are we together? You repair a laptop and then Microsoft Office is misbehaving, that is not a warranty issue. You can bring it, I can fix it, but I won't replace a new laptop because the Microsoft is not working. Are we together? If you install your own software on the unit and then the software is glitching, that is not on us. That is like your own software. Just uninstall and look for a genuine one ama reinstall. Are we together? Sawa. Hapo tumeelewana kwa hizo jargons ama kuna mtu aelewi installation? Sawa. Perfect. Nice. So those are not covered. What is covered? Now, what is covered is manufacture error. What is covered is manufacture error, meaning nimekupea laptop na laptop imeanza the key is not working. That is manufacture error. The screen is glitching, inaanza kutoa lines. That is manufacture error. Now, so misuse consequences. So the neglect that I told you about, that one is not covered and it's in a void warranty. Sawa, voiding warranty inamaanisha inatoa warranty. If you're putting skin, sijui unataka kuipeleka kwa repair, na pia negligence. Wewe amesema, please let's be very careful. This warranty is very important. I wish mjue. Kufix tu screen peke yake pesa nitakuitisha utani. Are we together? Because that's a 11th gen machine. Screen zake ziko na new technology. Are we together? Perfect. So recipient responsibility, now you have to care for it, proper use, as we said, prompt issue, reporting is required, we have talked about it, so anything inafanyika immediately, save, just write an email. Make sure you document all the situation, report it to the IT, and then basic troubleshooting. Basic troubleshooting hiyo nimekwambia, especially power ndio inakuwa issue. On the applications I won't help you. Sawa? If you have an application and that application maybe it's for school and whatnot, go to the person who helped you install. Sawa? On the application I don't really help that much. I can help you to show you how to install, but at the same time I won't help you troubleshooting on the application part. Na pia usimpigie, utamwambia. Sawa? We'll help you when it comes to anything application. And thank you. That's basically it.
Academic success requires more than just resources. It requires accountability, communication, and a strong partnership between scholars and the organization that supports them. During the orientation, the foundation highlighted key expectations for all the scholars.
So, communication is very important, isn't it? Communication is it enables us to coordinate our program. It enables us to support you effectively, and it will also enable us to understand where you are. So there are key specific areas that are in a communication guidelines. And you are going to tell me what you are able to learn about it. The things you should communicate to us. Yeah. So if you don't volunteer, I will share. So Christian, what did you learn? What are the things that you are supposed to communicate? Let's start with academic. What are you supposed to communicate?
The transcripts at the end of the semester.
That should be sent at what timeline? Within 2 weeks. Yeah. You are our ambassadors. Now you are our scholars, so you are our ambassadors. In online, we will expect you that you You represent us with integrity and with good conduct and discipline also. Any question about communication? When you are doing exam, you ensure you attend all your classes, ensure that you undertake all your exams, and also ensure that you maintain discipline even in your exams. So we know what happens. We maintain academic discipline. We don't expect you to be the one doing exams for others. That happens. That happens, isn't it? You find someone doing cut for another person like that, or being impersonated in an exam room. Maureen is in the exam room, but she's doing exam for Oyego. When that happens and your institution reports to us, what will happen? It will lead to discontinuation. So we expect you as our scholar, because you've been onboarded today, that you represent us even out there with discipline and integrity. Let us not be found in such cases.
When you're communicating, you need to check what message is it passing. It's talking about a thread. You guys, will you all understand what you mean by a thread? First of all. So for example, he said, here is my transcript, and then they say, thank you. She sent to Mary, copy us. And she said, thank you, it has been received. Here is my transcript for first year, first semester, for example. So if you want to say, something happened to me, I got sick, I'm unable to come. Does it make sense to continue that thread?
No.
It doesn't. Yeah? If you're saying there was this addition to my transcript that didn't come, I want to add it so that you have full information. Does it make sense to stay in the same thread? Yes. Because if it relates to the same subject matter and you need the history, you get the point.
Yes.
It makes sense. If it's something totally different, it doesn't make sense. You know, sometimes people are now talking about, I'm on holiday, and the subject matter is transcripts. Doesn't make sense. No. So that's what she's talking about when it comes to communication and passing on information. Don't just think in what circumstance is it relating to. Make sure the subject clearly identifies what you say. And the people who you have put in the message are the ones who need to be in the message. And the person you're addressing is the one in the true subject. Others who should have the information, they can be interested. And those who don't need to have the information, they don't need to be informed. Does that help?
One of the critical responsibilities discussed was the submission of academic transcripts. By regularly sharing their academic progress, scholars enable the foundation to track their achievements and provide support where needed. These guidelines help ensure that the program remains effective and continues to empower future generations of scholars. After each session, the scholars were given the opportunity to ask questions and seek clarification. The open dialogue allowed them to better understand their responsibilities and the support structures available to them.
Any question about academic performance or something you need clarification on the same? Yes. Yes. There is no per se, but now the thread, if the dread sometimes because of someone responding. We may miss out on a point.
So we are all figure people. So let's look at the finance. Now, when you are taken through Tuendelee so that you can understand what it's all about, we said we have 4 pillars by which we support you, and the first one was scholarship. And when you talk about scholarship here, you are talking money, because we have said you have done well at your Form 4 level, you have been called to a college or a university, and now you are financially challenged. That's how come you fall in this category. So now we want to support you financially to enable you to take the next step. Go to university, undertake your degree, go to college, undertake your professional exams, or you're already in college, you're already doing a degree and you're stranded. So we want to help you to be able to achieve that. Now, when you talk about finance, therefore, we are saying we want to pay your school fees. We can pay your tuition fees, you can pay your exam fees. If you have a problem commuting to school, we can give you transport assistance. You have a problem with accommodation, we can give you an accommodation allowance. You have a problem with upkeep, you have a problem putting food on the table, because from wherever you have come, it's difficult. We want to give you that upkeep. So how do we go about doing that? The very first step was during your interview, we were able to establish your needs. We are talking about basic needs. So we are able to establish your basic needs. What is it you need for you to be able to accomplish your studies? And we established that. So there's an agreement you will sign which shows how we're going to support you. But for us to be able to be successful on this, there's some information that we require from you. One, if we are going to pay your school fees, your tuition fees, we're going to pay to the institution. So we need an official document that tells us I'm in KCA University, this is their bank details. You know, universities and colleges have more than one bank account for running different programs. So maybe finance has a different bank account, engineering has a different bank account, SCCA has a different bank account. So make sure you have an official document, preferably a letter-headed paper from the institution, which tells us this is where you'll pay the money. So there'll be the name of the bank, the account number, how that name reads in the bank, the branch, and the code, so that we are able to transfer that money. In the case of exams, also, if you are paying to a professional body like ASNEB, of course, we also need those details. Where do they hold an account? What is the number of that account? How does it read? And then, of course, we require an invoice. Now, for examination fees, you'll get an invoice from the examining body like ASNEB or SCCA. Now, when you get an invoice for these professional exams, it should be addressed to Tuendelee Foundation, requesting us to pay your examination fee. Now, if the invoice is from the university, it will be a general invoice, but we will require your fee statement. Now, the fee statement will show us how much fees you have paid and what is the balance. Especially now that you have got fees arrears, we have to establish what is the level of arrears that you have to enable you move. And once we pay, it will also show us your current fee balances. So if you are a continuing student, you will have a fee statement from the university. Now, these days, because of technology, what happens is that you are able to download this fee statement from the portal for those continuing students. If you're first time, of course, there's the admission letter that you have that shows the fees, there's the fee structure, but you have to get the fee invoice stamped if it's the first one, so that we know under what category you fall. Because in university, we have government-sponsored students, and then we also have those who sponsor themselves, what we call Module 2. So depending on where you fall, the amount of fee that will be required from you is different. So for us to know how much it is that you require, then we will require that stamped fee statement or fee invoice so that we are able to pay your examination fee. Then of course, if you are continuing, you'll also attach your fee statement. Now, we'll also need to know in which year of study you are. If you are in year 1, we know you are just beginning. So we may not expect to have your transcripts if you are in year 1, semester 1. Or if you are doing CPA and you have just started the foundation level. But if you have moved another level, like you are in year 1, semester 2, or you are already in year 2, then you already have results for what has already taken place. So we'll require those transcripts or result slips that will show us how you have performed. Because you may have failed some units or you have passed all the units with the A's and the B's. Remember, you've been told you require to have a minimum of B, 60%, GPA 2.8. So we want to see that you are maintaining that level of standard that we have set. So your transcripts and result slips are important. If it's a professional exam, SCCA, CPA, you also have your result slip, which shows whether you have passed or failed, so that we know what we are paying for in the next level. The reason why we need this is that we only pay once per session. So if you are in year 1 and you fail to move to year 2, it will be, I'm not saying it's impossible, but it will be difficult for us to finance it. We can do it once we understand the circumstances under which this has happened. But what we expect is that you pass your exams. So you're among the creme de la creme that had been called to for further learning. So if you have been able to reach there, that's what we want you to maintain. So it's important that we say that. Then I've said there's a document you're going to sign. We call it a beneficiary agreement form, which shows what we have agreed together to pay for your education and other needs. So that one will outline what are we paying towards tuition, what are we paying towards exams. If we are paying you transport, it will indicate. If you are paying you accommodation, it will show. And if we are giving you some upkeep so that you are able to put food at the table, it will also show. So whenever you are applying for some money to be paid, whether it's tuition fees, exam fee, upkeep, transport, we require that you attach that beneficiary agreement. Remember, we have said how many students we have, isn't it? This cohort, year 16, there are those we took last year. There are those we took the other year. So we require to see what is it that we agreed upon. Because as I said, there are very many areas in which we support you financially. Now, if we are paying for accommodation, we need to see the agreement that you have with your landlord or the hostel or the institution. Because then, if it's the university, it will be on the fee structure, isn't it? This is so much for the hostel or for accommodation. Now, if you are not staying in the university, then you should have some agreement with your landlord or the hostel provider or whoever it is that at least shows that you are assured of that accommodation until you complete your studies. So we'll need this agreement for us to be able to pay, and also it will show the account details of whom we are paying. The same way, if we are paying you transport or upkeep, then it means you are paying it to you as the scholar. You'll also need to supply us with your bank details. That this is where I hold an account, this is the bank, this is the branch, this is the account number, so that we send the money. So we have talked about managing finances beginning with you. And we know that once you have the money on your hands, sometimes it can be tempting. So it's always good to save it and use it only when you need it. So we'll also require these details to enable us to pay you, the bank details and all that. Now, we have timelines for the submission of these documents. Remember, we said we are always looking for money to enable us pay for you. We have our fundraiser, but in between, just as you heard that Juliet is our fundraising associate, she's always looking for money. What this means is that we do not have money just lying around waiting for you to ask for it to be paid. No. We require notice so that we can be able to access this money. So we need at least a month, because when you're closing school, you know when you're next opening for the next semester, isn't it? So you know when you will need that fees. If you pay your rent, you know it's a monthly, either it's monthly or per semester. So you know when it's required. So we require notice, ideally 1 month, but if it's difficult, at least sufficient time for us to be able to prepare whatever you require and then submit it to you. It's important we observe these timelines, because sometimes if you don't and you bring it as a matter of urgency and the payment is delayed, you may be penalized. Now, if you are penalized, you will not pay that penalty. You have to look for the resources to pay for that penalty, because it has arisen as a result of your either non-communication or not communicating in time. Now, as it has already been said that communication is important, if there are change of circumstances, we have been paying you transport, but now you have gotten some attachment, okay, paid internship, and they are giving you 10,000 Kenya shillings, and we have been giving you maybe 4,000 per month. It's only proper that you communicate and say, the condition has changed, now I have paid internship, and I'll be able to pay my transport. Then when things change, communicate again and say, now I'm not able to do this. Now, if you have been paying your fees and you have gotten some internship and you're getting good money, because accountants normally are paid well, and you can be able to pay for your examination fee, you can tell us, now I'm able to pay for my exam fee, so you don't need to do that. We appreciate. So change of circumstances is both ways. Something good has happened and you are able to pay. Something bad has happened and you're not able to. Maybe you have lost your guardian who has been taking care of you, giving you transport, meals and all that. So you also communicate so that we can see how we assist you. Because remember, when we said what we are here for, our mission is to move you from a resource seeker to a resource supplier. And so we want you to complete your studies. It is not good that we start something and we don't complete. So we always strive. Our mission is to strive and make sure that our completion rate is 100%. But we cannot do it alone. We'll have to do it together, and we can only succeed if we are able to work as a team. I know what's happening in your life, and you know what's happening in the foundation. And what's happening in your life is not just the bad side, there's also the good side, okay? We are human, things happen, so always communicate so that as a family, we are able to assist you. So that is what we need as far as financial requirements are concerned.
For many of the new scholars, joining the Tuendelee Foundation program represents a significant milestone. Behind each phase is a story of perseverance, ambition, and hope. As they begin this new chapter, they carry with them dreams, not only for themselves, but also for the people who believe in them.
I can say the main excitement comes from the financial support. Since I will have peace of mind to pursue my goals, I won't be constantly thinking of where I will find financial resources to finance my education. I'm also excited about the internship opportunities where I will gain adequate advantages, or I will gain experiences from even mentors who have experience in the field I study.
I'm excited with the mentorship that is going to shape my career.
I'm most excited about mentorship and meeting like-minded individuals who can make a better future for me.
I'm excited about volunteer. I love volunteering in programs and feeling being part of my community. It gives me much joy to see my community benefiting from my impact.
The program opens doors to opportunities that many students may not have imagined possible. From access to digital learning tools to a supportive community of mentors and fellow scholars, the foundation provides an environment where potential can truly flourish.
I like my family to know that this opportunity is not just for me, it is for all of us. And Tuendelee is a stepping stone for building my future. I would like to thank them for the support and the prayers that have led me to reach this far. And I'd like to tell them that I will make them proud.
Okay, I'll tell my community that Tuendelee program restores hopes of dreams that were almost dimming, that were almost dying, that Tuendelee Scholarship impacts the society, cares for the society.
I want them to know that it's not about me, but all of us, and I'm ready to give back to the community.
I want them to know that in Tuendelee Foundation, it is not just financial support, but also it is a life-changing opportunity.
For these scholars, success is not an individual journey. It is a shared achievement that reflects the hope and sacrifices for their families and communities. In the afternoon, the focus shifted from formal sessions to interactive learning. The scholars were divided into 3 groups and participated in a series of team-building activities. These exercises were designed to highlight the importance of collaboration, trust, and communication. In the Tuendelee community, scholars are encouraged to support one another, share experiences, and grow together. The activities also demonstrated an important lesson that success often depends on the ability to work effectively with others. Through teamwork and problem-solving challenges, the scholars began forming bonds that may last throughout their academic journeys and beyond. As the day progressed, one of the most anticipated moments finally arrived. After completing the training sessions and activities, the scholars were issued with their laptops. For many of them, the device represents far more than just a piece of technology. It is a gateway to knowledge, research, and new opportunities. These laptops will enable these students to access learning materials, complete assignments, and stay connected with academic resources. But perhaps more importantly, they symbolize the trust and investment that the Tuendelee Foundation has placed in each scholar. The impact of the Tuendelee Foundation can be seen in the stories of its alumni. Former scholars returned to share their experiences, reflecting on how the program helped shape their journeys. They spoke about the challenges they faced before joining the foundation and the opportunities that followed. Through mentorship, support, and access to resources, the program helped them navigate their academic paths and build confidence in their abilities.
My life before was hard, and as I share this, I've even been in class, taking classes, but you know, paying exam fees and the tuition fee, it was a problem. So when I met the Tuendelee, and now when I see I have a bright future ahead waiting for me, because their life was hard, but from now I'm seeing a good impact and my life is becoming more bright.
Before, life was so hard where I even felt, or I was in a situation that future was so unveiled that I don't know what to do and how to take myself. But with Tuendelee, I have a hope that I will make it.
Their stories serve as a powerful reminder to the new scholars that the journey they are beginning has the potential to transform their lives. As the day came to an end, the scholars left Hekima University carrying more than just laptops. They carried knowledge, responsibility, and a renewed sense of purpose. The Tuendelee Foundation continues to invest in young people who have the passion and determination to pursue their dreams. For these scholars, the journey is just beginning. And with the right support, guidance, and dedication, their potential is limitless. Because when an opportunity meets determination, the future becomes brighter, not just for one student, but for the entire communities.
I am Joyce Maida, and on behalf of the Tuendelee Scholars 2026 cohort, I would like to thank the Tuendelee Foundation fraternity for giving us this opportunity today to socialize, to socialize with each other, and for providing us for the materials that will help us to achieve our goals. And also, I thank everyone for coming. It has been such a wonderful day and a productive one, and I pray that God may bless all of us.
Amen.